Welcome to the command center. Similar to command control, this one is roughly halfway through this episode. Find some of our first secrets over here. Getting a lot more shotgun ammo that we're gonna need as we go through this level. And if we're persistent, we can knock out some of these pinkies who are up here making trouble. Sounds like I got most of them. There's probably still one rolling around somewhere. They tend to soak up a lot of shotgun shots. It takes a little while to knock them out. Speaking of soaking up a lot of shots, these guys, they're also bullet sponges. Thankfully, not having a lot of maneuvering room, I can take out this cacodemon without too much trouble and get another berserk pack. Just in time for me to get ambushed here. Kill each other. Being in here is not a good idea. Somehow I survived that. It's not too shabby. This is one of Sandy Peterson's levels. While much of the first episode was done by John Romero, much of the later game was done by Sandy Peterson. Sandy Peterson actually joined the Doom development team with only about 10 weeks left before they were actually releasing the game. And in those brief weeks that he was around, he made something crazy like almost 20 levels for the game. So he made roughly half of the Doom levels. Granted, a lot of the development that they were doing was in the engine. That will lead me to a secret and ultimately the secret exit, but we don't want to go there just yet. I want to clear out some of the rest of the level first. If you remember in the last episode, we had all of our cool extra stuff starting in the third level. I can't get to it from that side. The third level is the level with the secret exit in the first episode. This time around, it's actually the fifth level, which is the one we're in now. So it's a little bit later. Not the latest, though. They're always kind of midway through. They're never at the very, very beginning or the very end. And I don't use the rockets too often, but when I'm backed into a corner, they're useful to have around. I don't use the plasma gun that often either, because I'm saving it for the BFG, because they use the same ammo. But then I generally end up not even using the BFG. So sometimes I wonder why it's worth even bothering. Now if you hear that door open back here, here's another secret. Which will be useful to us. Because we'll pick this up. Go through one of these two paths. This is actually not the one I want to take. That'll take us to somewhere where I haven't activated the different things that I need to activate. So we're gonna go to the normal exit first. Clear out all those enemies if I don't get caught on a bunch of stuff here. Berserk, of course, remaining active until the end of the level. I should really switch over to the shotgun, since there's ammo laying around all over the place for it. And that Baron is over there, and I'm gonna run away. Barons, like I said before, really love soaking up all your bullets. They can take 5 direct hits from the rocket launcher before dying. And there's a bunch of guys over there that I haven't come to face yet. Let me just get everybody mad and run away. You can hear to the left, the shotgun guys are killing each other. Or the pistol guys anyway. I don't think there's any shotgun guys over there actually. The former humans either way are taking care of each other. Which is very nice of them. Not really an issue in these official levels, but in some of the unofficial levels, there's the normal exit. We're not going to go there. In some of the unofficial levels, the amount of ammo you have is very scarce, and so if you don't use monster infighting, there's literally no way to actually defeat all of the enemies. If you want to actually do that, you need to be very clever. And this will make my life easier when I go over there. So we're gonna head on back and retrace our steps. Sometimes I like going through levels this way. We can see where we just were over there. Pick up all this ammo. And we'll retrace our steps a little bit over here. That was an unpleasant surprise. This is where I was avoiding going before because we would be going on the outside here without opening one of the doors that we needed to. Without that raised platform, we wouldn't be able to get all of the cool things. And getting cool things is what Doom's all about. That's why there's a chainsaw. And the BFG 9000. Which stands exactly for what you'd think it does. But we're not done yet. If you notice to the left, there is a big area with some hidden stuff. And that is what we're headed to now. You can see our little arrow moving around here. use that slime suit there that I left. An anti-radiation suit. I call it a slime suit just because it checks quest. Some of the pickup names I will perennially get wrong, just because I'm used to calling them by their checks quest counterparts. And here is a secret. I shouldn't have stood there. And he is taken care of. There's a bunch of shotgun guys in here, if I remember correctly. I'll take care of them as they come out. Trying not to get shot. If you see that little bridge towards that center thing, that was what we were waiting to put up. That's what wasn't there before. It would have been kind of pointless to come out here if there wasn't a bridge to take us over the troubled water. And that'll look familiar if you played Doom 2. If not, I'm not going to say anything. Alright, we've got two things to do here. First is grab this ammo. Second is run over here. And we're back to the beginning again. So if we retrace our steps again, should be some health left around here that I didn't pick up the last time. I don't like being too worse for wear. And this hidden level that we're heading towards is a pretty difficult one if I recall correctly. Short, but difficult. Alright, I should probably consult the map, so I don't get too terribly confused. Here's a chainsaw, if we hadn't picked it up already. As you can see, there's lots of examples of times where you could pick up something if you had, for example, lost your weapons online, or hadn't done a save and had to reload them all manually, or regain them all manually. Where am I going here? Actually, the place to the left. Easy to get lost in the hallways. I find it a little bit easier to play the game like this sometimes since I've cleared out all the enemies. Cool thing is, this is actually the way that the game is designed on the inside. Because as we said before, everything is pseudo 3D to begin with. Alright, I'm gonna pull out this. Because there are a lot of guys in here that I want to take care of. And I don't want to lose a lot of health. And hey, I lost nothing. That's probably a new record. So here's a cool little hidden area. And here's a cool little hidden area. And here's a cool little hidden area, which isn't really hidden. But that is the command center. And that'll bring us on to the secret hidden level in the second episode.